everybody, welcome back to a brand new Villa-Lobos, Valse-Choro, not valsa-choro, the Portuguese. There is a distinct difference. There are two. The one we're doing is from the 1928, and it is the lost one that was only recently discovered, 2006, by Frederick Ziganti. This first section has a brand new technique never seen before in Villa-Lobos, and we're going to dive into that straight away before we look at some of the fingering. It is quite challenging, and it involves some fantastic overtone harmony. This piece is also not very well known or played very often, so get on it. It's not that difficult. It has some challenging aspects to it, but man, does it have some fantastic modern harmony. So let's just dive into Valse-Choro from the 1928 version of Suite Brasiliana by Villa-Lobos, all here on Classical Guitar Rocks.
All right, here we go. So I'm not going to do a close-up of, you can see in the alternate finger. Watch. This plays at the same time as that hammers down. This is going to be the tough one. And you can really hear that is just classic Villa-Lobos clashing harmonies. So if you need to, you practice. Just get used to it. The trick is to have this as an anchor finger and this being as loose and as relaxed as possible. And it's not about hammering on with power, it's speed and accuracy. The more accurate you are on the string, so let me see if I can, the more accurate you are, see, as soon as you miss that spot, it's got to be there. Doesn't work. So the more accurate you are, the better it will sound, and obviously then it's just timing where you've got to go. Here we go. Opening. So hinge bar at 2, hammer, PP, and then you got to slide, and you've got to laser ahead to 9. So your thumb, if you can see, I've pre-planted those fingers to give myself some more stability, and double strike there at the same time as, then I would suggest while you're there, you laser ahead, because it's going to be same deal, strike and hammer. This time second finger slides up to 12. And then down to 3 and 1, 2 on, so barring at 9, and then 1 down, leaving on for as long, and then 3, 4, 2, 4 up, 1 and 2, open, quavers, 2 stays down, D sharp on, open E, try and clash it, 3, 4, 4, laser ahead to 8, 2 and 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, very quick, open E, that's very bluesy, and then 3 and 2, and 1, pause, stop, and we're into the next section. Okay, here we go, next section. So we're starting again with that fantastic stroke through and hammer on effect. So this time it's just a 2, and we're just doing a straight waltz rhythm. Okay, here we go. So new information. You have to laser up to 12, but it's got to be 4 because you're going to be hammering on to 9 at the F sharp. Then we have a 3 on the F sharp at 11. Then you're going to go back down to 3 at the C sharp, and again you're going to hammer on F sharp. Really clashy. You've got E already there. And then C natural. I would suggest 4. So we're at the C now. So we're going from C sharp to C natural with now an F natural. So it's got to be 1 and 4, D sharp, so that's got to be 2. Then we have this idea where Villa-Lobos does a pull off, so it's down to, and then the B with all open strings, up to a high E. And that is the next section. So honestly, there is quite a bit of information going on there. There's some tough things. Alrighty, welcome to the next micro study. This is the 3rd bit of this fantastic Valse-Choro. So we're starting off 1-3, half bar at 3rd fret, 3, B flat, E flat, G. Now I've changed the fingering. Well, I don't think I've changed the fingering. I think this is what Villa-Lobos intended. Up to 7, and then down. There's your melody note, clearly notated in the score. Harmonic at 5, and then 3-3. Stay there, bar, and then back down again. This time with a E on at the 4th, and then back down. Harmonic, harmonic, harmonic. And then Villa-Lobos just repeats that because it's such a beautiful idea. Why wouldn't you? Gives us rainforest vibes. So again, that's like prelude number 4. And then last time. Down to 2. And ending.
All right, thank you very much for staying until the end. This has been your daily dose of Villa-Lobos. Again, I am trying my best to walk through the suite Brésilienne. Once I do, both versions, there's the 28 and the 55 version, I will have completed every single one of Villa-Lobos' pieces apart from his concerto. If you want to learn Villa-Lobos, this is the place for it. So take a look. I have done all the preludes. I have done all the etudes. I have done already, I think 4 or 5 choros. I'm not too sure. Choro 1. And then the first couple of choros on Suite Brésilienne. All here on Classical Guitar Rocks with myself, Rain, Julian Bream, Django, and Villa-Lobos. Hope you have a great day.